Hey guys, it's Kim, Angel Dream Crafts, and I am here with a tutorial for you today. This time I'm going to be showing you how to make some of these rolled roses that I've been using on my projects, and the different materials that I've used, and basically just how to go about it. They're actually really simple. Um, So these ones here that you've probably seen a lot of, they're in this creamy satin fabric. This was from a wedding dress that I got at a thrift store, and it was all this beautiful cream satin color. There was very little lace on it, but I knew that the satin was just so beautiful, and there was beautiful buttons on it and things. So I picked it up for like $15 at the thrift store, and I've been making flowers out of it, and I have so much of this fabric, so I'm happy that I have it in that color. So this I actually love working with because it's a nice heavier fabric, but I have made um, other flowers out of a bit of a different material. Believe it or not, these blue ones are also from a wedding dress that I bought on eBay with my friend Mary the craft hoarder. We split it, and it had all these beautiful blue appliques that are beaded, so we split the whole dress between the two of us, and there was a lot of satin as well. So I've made some with the blue satin, and then these pink ones are actually made with like a pink organza, very, it's almost like tulle, but not quite, and it's got some sparkly things in it, little sparkly bits. Little sparkly bits. So I've made some with that as well. So they're different material. And then this one here was an experiment. I used a polka dot curtain that I had, and I rolled that one up as well. This one was a lot harder to do because the fabric was so soft and squishy. So this one was a little harder to do. So today we're going to use the cream satin because I think that's the easiest one to use. So all you need is glue gun, some felt circles, which I have cut myself, so they're not exactly circles, but close enough. So hot glue, felt circle, and some strips of fabric. That's all you need, just the three things. These strips that I'm using today are approximately 18 inches long, but you can make them as long as you want. It doesn't matter. There is no like rule here. I just kind of go with the flow. And I'm going to make a rather big one so you guys can see it. So let me just pull that over here. And I'm zoomed in as far as I can zoom in with this camera, so that's what we're going to do. So there's the satin. Now this strip, how wide is it? Let me see here. Let me check the width for you. So it's about 2 inches. Yeah, it's about 2 inches, but it's not exact. So, you know, eyeball it, cut a strip about 2 inches, about 18 inches long, and that'll get you a flower. But you, of course, can make them as big as you want because you can see, you know, this one is bigger, obviously, than this one. So there's two ways to go about doing that. You can use more fabric, or you can roll it a lot looser and get a bigger flower. And this one's rolled quite tightly. But I like this, but I do like having a few big ones on hand as well. So let's get started. You take your strip, and I fold it in half. I don't know why I fold it in half, I just do. This is just how I do it, and I know that there's probably tons of tutorials on YouTube and different ways to do this. This is how I do it. I didn't watch any other tutorials on how to do this. I just kind of did it myself. So I'm not claiming originality with this flower at all. It's just, you know, something I did. So all you're going to do, now I am left-handed, but this is how I do it. So I don't know how that's going to translate on camera if you want to do it the other way, but this is how I do it. So you would start with your fabric folded in half. I mean, you can iron this flat. It might be easier, but I didn't. So if you're allergic to the iron like I am, you don't want to. But anyway, so you're going to take this corner here, right at the very top, and you're going to fold that down. So you have a little triangle there. That's how you're going to start. And then you're going to start at the base corner there, and you're just going to start rolling it in, rolling it in, rolling it in. Now when you get past that little first triangle, I always put glue here. But of course my glue gun cord is caught there. Okay. That's what happens when you do videos, right? So I put a little bit of glue there. And then I keep rolling. So then you end up with something that looks like that. And you have this little tube. Now, when you've got that fairly stable, see that's glued now, I can relax a little bit with that. What I do is I take this side and I'm kind of rolling it away from me, just a little bit. So I want to just twist that slightly and roll. Right? So then you roll it, and at this point you can add more glue. So we'll do that. So you've made this little sort of twist there. I'm sure you can see that. I hope you can see that. Gosh. I hope you can see that. And then you want to just twist and roll, twist and roll. And you can see the flower starting to form. And then every so often you want to put glue down on the base. Please be careful, of course, because you'll likely burn your fingers. I have burnt my fingers many times making these flowers, so you may do that as well. So you just twist and roll, and then when you get to a certain size of flower, whoops, when you get to a certain size of the flower, you can relax and not do it so tight if you want a bigger flower. So we'll do that now. So I'm just going to do that, and now I'm going to start to make this a bigger flower. Now your bottom of the flower at this point is going to look really crazy and wild. It's going to look, you know, weird, and that's okay. Just hang on to it. But when you get to a certain spot, you can actually hold it. I hold it like that, and then I twist that way. But, you know, whatever is comfortable for you, you do. I really hope that this is translating for you guys. Let me see if I can put my camera on autofocus and see if that helps. All right, let's try it this way. We'll see if that helps. There, and I'll hold it up a little higher and see if that works. So we're at this stage right here now. And there's the bottom. It looks crazy. So I'm twisting and rolling. So you're going to twist and roll. And then when I get to this point, I'm going to twist the other way. So then you start to get that kind of a move going. And then you put in here some glue. Just a little bit of glue, just a little dab. Little dab will do ya. And then roll, twist up, roll, twist down, roll, twist up, roll. Add a bit of glue. And again, you're keeping your fabric folded. So twist down, roll, twist up, roll. Twist down, roll, twist up, roll, add glue. Stick it to the glue, twist up, roll, twist down, roll. Twist up and down, add glue. And it's okay if your flower looks funky. You have a couple of minutes before the glue really sets up to reshape it. So I'm twisting up and down, up and down. But you don't want that bottom frayed side. You want to keep that always to the base of the flower. A bit more glue. So when we're twisting, and you can see, look, it's forming already. So we're up and down here, and now we're going to get to the end. So I put some glue, but I also stick a bit of glue in between where the fold is, just to keep that flat, and I flatten that out with a bit of glue at the end. And then you want to just finish it off nicely. Put more glue, and there you have it. So there is the flower. Now there's the bottom. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. There's the bottom. It looks crazy, but the top looks good, so that's all that matters. Now you want to take your felt piece, and I'm just going to move this doily out of the way because I don't want to get glue on it. And I'm going to put this down here, and you're just going to go around in a circle with some glue. You know, be fairly generous at this point because you really want this bottom to stick to the glue. And I tend to fold in some of these bottom bits just so that it catches on the glue before I glue it down, and then I just kind of squish it down. And it's okay if your base is too big, if the felt is too big, because you can trim it after. And you want to really push that down, really squish that down. And there you have it. So now, once this dries a little bit, pardon the glue strings, you can trim around the base because obviously the felt is too large for this flower, but there you have it. So that is sort of a medium-sized flower, so let me trim that up. And I will make another one for you as well. So my advice would be to start off with a little bit of a heavier fabric. Well, not too heavy, more of like a medium weight. Like I said, this is wedding dress satin, but it's older satin, so it's maybe a little heavier than some of the stuff that's on dresses nowadays. But if you get a vintage wedding dress, I would recommend using that. I think it's focusing on those there, so let's try this. There we go. Come on, camera, you can do it. Let me go back. So there you have it. And you can see where I twisted up and twisted down. There's the side. So that's what they look like. So let's try that again. And I'm hoping that my camera, I don't know if it's focusing in and out, if that's better or not. So again, we're going to take our strip, fold it in half. We're going to take this top corner here and fold it down. So you have basically a triangle there. And that's what makes your center look good. That's what that is in there. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to just start rolling it in and rolling it in and rolling it in till you've got some there, and then you're going to put some glue just in here, not towards the top, because you want to keep your glue down towards the bottom of the fabric because you don't want your glue to show at the top of the flower. Now you're going to roll that in. So now you've got this little sausage tube. You have a little sausage tube of fabric. So I always keep my fabric over here to the left. If you're right-handed, you may do it opposite. I don't know. You'd have to give it a try and see which way you're comfortable. So then you take your fabric and you twist it down. So you're just twisting that away from you. And you roll and twist at the beginning. So you're just rolling away from you just to get that flower center looking nice. And then once you get a few rolls in, you put some more glue. And then you roll it. So you end up with something like this. So now that I'm at this point, I'm going to try and just move this stuff out of the way here. Maybe my camera will focus better, I hope. Let's try that. Oh yeah, maybe? Okay. So we'll have this as the only focus, I hope. So we're at this point. That's what it looks like. You can see it's rolled. So now that we're at that point, we're going to roll it away from us, then roll it over, then roll it towards us and roll it. So roll it up and then roll it down, and then we're going to just add a little bit of glue. And the great thing about these videos is that you can stop and start and stop and start and replay them again. So that's good. And if you guys need any help, just give me a shout. I'm happy to help you and show you how to do this. If this video is not good enough, I'll try and do another one. I'd like to do a bunch of flower videos though. Just things that I've learned and stuff that my grandma showed me how to make years ago. And so we'll see how this goes. So I'm rolling away from me, putting my finger on it to hold it, and then rolling towards me and moving my finger along. And then more glue. Roll down, up, and roll. Twist it down, and then twist it up and down. More glue. I know it's really hard to show on camera. Gosh, I hope this is working. So then we're at this point here. We're getting towards the end. So we're going to roll up and roll down. More glue. Add the glue and roll. So you're just twisting and rolling the whole time. You just keep rolling with one hand and twisting with the other. So now I'm at the end. So I'm going to put some glue there. And again, I'm going to put some glue in here. So that holds this end together. And then you just kind of twist it and finish it off. And hopefully you don't have too many glue strings like I do. Okay, and then if you get little bits, like there's a little fuzz there, I just snip that off because it's just really nothing. And then you're going to take your circle and you're going to be very generous with the glue here because it'll hold it in place. So you can see there's the bottom, there's the top. And again, you want to get all those little folds and everything on the hot glue. So again, be careful. Don't burn yourself like I do. And then squish it down. And there we have the flower. So I hope that that was a good enough tutorial for you guys. There's not a lot to it. And please just practice. Don't get frustrated. It is hard if you've got arthritis. That's why I made some for some of my friends, because they have arthritis in their hands. And, you know, I don't mind doing it. It's a fun thing to just, once you get going, you know, it's pretty simple once you get going at it. But if your hands are swollen, it is a little difficult. So just, you know, try your best. Don't get frustrated. Keep practicing, and eventually you will get it. But I would definitely start off with more of a medium weight fabric than anything that's softer, because this one was hard to roll. Sorry, there's a glue string there. This one was hard to roll because it's so squishy. And then this one's fairly stiff, but it was soft to start off with. But these ones I think are my favorite fabric. Look at those glue strings. These ones are my favorite fabric to work with, I think, this type of satin. They turn out nice too. So that is my little flower tutorial. I hope that was okay for you guys. If you have any questions, please just ask. Yeah, and I will be back with another video, and I'm going to do a couple more flower tutorials soonish. they're in the queue to do. I've got a few things going on here, so I will be back soon. And thanks for watching, guys, and good luck with your flower making. Again, just ask if you have any questions. Bye for now.